today what we're going to meet. Today we are going to meet Geeta. Geeta is a human resources specialist. That's what she does for a living. And we are all going to learn what it means to be a human resources professional, what the job, how does she work, what does she do, why what she does is important, and does she love it, and why does she love it. The only request I have is for all the children to have their cameras on and unmute themselves. All the rest of the adults, other than Geeta, of course, we will all be muted, and we would prefer that we all also have our audio videos off, so that the children and Geeta will have a great interaction today. At the end of this session, remember that Shabnam will post a feedback form in the chat box, and we'll be happy if all of you, all the kids, of course, will fill that feedback form and send it back to us. So looking forward to a very interesting interaction with Geeta. Welcome, Geeta, and now the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Aparna.
When will we fill the form? That's
at the end. You have to find out what Geeta does and how she does it. Only then you'll be able to fill the form. Okay, don't worry. Okay, done.
I'm feeling so good interacting with such a young audience. It's the first time, and I think it's a privilege for me to interact with all of you. Possible for each one of you to just share your name, your lovely names. I can see your lovely faces, and what's your age group like, and which standard you are in. Anything what you want to share about yourself.
My name is Prahan.
Okay.
And I like cricket.
Okay. How old are you, Prahan?
I'm 7.
Okay.
And this year I could become 8.
Which standard are you in?
2.
Okay.
My name is Tamara.
Okay.
I'm 10 years old.
Yeah.
I'm in group 2. I'm in standard 4. And I like reading and drawing.
Okay. We share a common like, that is eating. All right. Thanks, Tamara.
My name is Parth. I'm in 7th standard, and I like to play the piano.
There is an echo.
There's an echo in you.
Yes, continue, Parth.
Yeah. So my name is Parth. I'm in 7th standard, and I'm 12 years old. My favorite thing to do is to play the piano.
Oh, lovely.
My name is Krita. I am 8 years old.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
It's very low.
Now can you hear me?
Yes, darling.
My name is Krita. I am 8 years old and I love to sing and dance.
Nice. Safa?
Hi, my name is Safa. I'm 10 years old and I study in group 1. Second standard.
Okay.
Meow.
There's a lot of echo. I don't know from where it is coming.
I don't know.
Maybe you all can mute yourselves and you all can unmute when you all have a question. Would that work?
Okay.
Okay. So Aparna introduced me, right? And when I had this particular topic, I was wondering how will I get my points across to you all, what HR does in an organization. So I'm sure you have your parents, they go to work, right? Do you all have any idea about what they do in office?
No.
My dad is a software engineer.
Software engineer. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a surprise.
Marketing.
Okay.
My 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 mom, she's a dance instructor and an English teacher for high school students.
Okay.
My stepdad is a marketing person, and my dad is also a marketer.
Oh, okay. Lovely. So the reason why I asked you all this question is, yes, you spoke about what your parents do, but do you know what they do when they go to the office? Whom do they work with? Who helps them? Just like you all are in a school and everybody has a role to play. Similarly, in an organization or an office or a company, everybody has a role to play. Okay.
My mother is the founder of a dance company.
Okay. Okay.
My dad is a businessman.
All right. Okay. So as I talk, my dear friends, feel free to stop me. You have a question, you cannot understand something, feel free to ask, and I'll be most happy to respond to your questions in a manner that is understood by all of you. Okay. So I'll share a PPT.
Just 1 second, Geeta. Any other kids here who would like to introduce themselves? Anyone else? I see a name by the name of Gautami. Is that a child? Oh, somebody has left. Okay, fine. Carry on, Geeta. Yeah.
Okay. Are you all able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. So while what I do in an organization is typically called as HR or human resource professional. Okay.
I've heard of HR before.
Oh, lovely. So what did you hear about them?
I remember someone saying that they work they are in HR, but I don't know anything about it.
Oh, okay. Okay. So today we will try to understand what HR does in a company, in an organization, in an
I've
office.
also heard of
Okay.
human
Yes.
resource.
You have also heard about. Okay.
Yeah.
And what did you hear?
So I think they take care of the work for the employees, like salaries.
Wonderful. Okay. Great. You're bang on. One of the things that they do is to pay the employees in the company on time. Okay. Anybody else has heard about HR? Okay. So I will just help you draw a parallel that I've compared the office or the company to your school. Okay. And I've tried to give a parallel for each of the roles. So in a school, we have a student, right? And what does a student do? Student learns, interacts, okay? Similarly, in an office, a parallel to a student or somebody whom you can compare is an employee. The only difference being here,
I have heard of an employee before.
sorry,
I have heard of an employee before.
I haven't. I cannot get your question.
I have heard of an employee.
Okay, okay. You've heard of an employee, right? So what have you heard? What does the employee do?
He works in the
Yes.
office.
Yes. So we all work. Like Aparna said, we all work to make a living. And for whatever work we deliver, whatever work we do for our companies, we get paid for it, right? So just like you learn in a school environment. Right now, all of you are students. Similarly, as we grow, as we join a company, we become an employee. Okay. Then similarly, in your school, you have somebody called as a teacher who teaches you, who holds your hand, who guides you, who builds your skills, right? So in an office, we have somebody called as a manager. Have you heard of this word?
But
I
also,
know what a manager is. I know what a manager is.
Do you know? Okay, please,
Yeah.
please help me understand.
A manager manages all of the employees, what they do, and and also manages the time they work, decides how many shifts they do between and between, like the manager of the cafe or store.
Wonderful, wonderful. So yes, they manage the employees, they manage the work that they do, they ensure that the work that they have given is correct, is up to the requirement.
They
They,
also they
yes,
also share the rules.
yes, yeah. In a brief sense, yes, they do talk about the rules of the work, okay, or maybe of the workplace. They reinforce or repeat that. But most of that work is done by HR in terms of telling what are the rules and regulations of that company, what are the do's and don'ts, so to say. Okay, so manager is kind of a right hand or a support system to the HR of the company. They mentor, they groom their employees in addition to managing them. Okay, so it's kind of a teacher. You report to a teacher in school, you work with a teacher. Similarly, an employee works with a manager. So far clear?
Yes.
Okay. You also have a counselor in a school. Do you all have one? Have you all experienced any counselor?
can I say something?
Is a counselor as in a what? Because I've heard once that a counselor also means a therapist
Yeah.
sometimes. So is that what you're saying?
A counselor is someone who guides you if you have a problem. Maybe you get, if you get stressed or you're fearful of something.
I went to counseling just once.
Okay. So counselor can be for multiple purposes. Maybe if you're getting scared, maybe you don't want to swim, you're scared of swimming, and you want to overcome that fear. Then maybe a counselor would be able to help you overcome that fear. Or a counselor could be for multiple reasons. You want to choose subject, right? You don't know which subject to choose. Then there is a career counselor who helps you, tells you, okay, what are you good at? What skills are you good at? What's your personality like? And they will be able to guide you. Yes, you were saying something.
I was saying that I once I was my family was fighting a lot at that time. So my mother thought that I was stressed and put me into counseling, the
Okay.
scared kind.
Okay. Yes, so that's what a counselor does. So a parallel to a counselor in an office or in a company is the HR. Okay, so HR kind of plays, one of the roles that they play is that of a counselor. So they help the employees if the employee is stressed, not getting along well with their manager, has issues with their colleagues, or is not able to give their best at work for some reason or the other. That is when the HR steps in and talks to the employee, finds out what is it that is bothering him or her, and then together they try to come up with a solution. And the HR stays in touch with the employee till he or she is out of it. So HR plays one of this role is that of a counselor.
Geeta,
Then-
Geeta, 1 second.
Yes.
Prahan has a question, Geeta.
Yes, please.
A teacher also clears doubts. If you have
Yes.
something
Yes, teacher clears doubts, and so does a manager. So when I'm working in an office and I'm doing my work and I don't know, I have a question before I begin my work, or I have started my work and I'm stuck somewhere, whom will I go to? I will go to my manager. Okay. So yes, you brought up a wonderful point that clarifies doubts. Amazing.
which may have
And then you have principal in your school. I'm sure you've encountered this particular role. Have you all?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you call? Do you have a principal in your school, or?
I had a principal in my old school.
Yes.
He was in charge of the whole school and in charge of the teachers. And if there was any big complaint that had to be solved, they would go to the principal.
Okay. Yes, you're bang on there. So just like the principal is responsible for taking care of the smooth functioning of the school, whatever rules, regulations that particular place has or that particular state has, managing the teachers, ensuring the teachers are happy so that they are able to give their best to the students, ensuring that the students are happy so that they are able to grow, they are able to learn. Okay. Similarly, HR is kind of playing that kind of role in an office, in an organization. Okay. So our primary role is to ensure that everybody is able to give their best, whether it's an employee, whether it's a manager, whether it's a manager's manager, everybody is able to give out their best so that the company prospers and each individual prospers. Okay. So far, yes.
I know what the CEO is. She's charge of the whole company.
Yes, perfect. So the HR reports to the CEO.
What is
Okay.
the full form of a CEO?
It is Chief Executive Officer.
Ooh.
So far, good. Can I move to the next?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so I gave you an example of how the HR compares with whatever roles you have experienced in your school, right? From a counselor to employee, manager, everybody, right? Principal. So what does an HR do in a company? Any idea?
They hire employees.
Wonderful.
They also are a part of counseling,
Okay.
and I'll let Prahan or Pat say the next.
Yes, please.
Basically, they are the caretaker for the employees.
Okay. Anybody else has any addition to add? Safa?
I don't have any.
Okay.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you all are bang on. Amazing. I mean, you all already know so much. So as Tamara said that they hire employees just like school admits students, right? Now, how do we go about hiring employees? Now, suppose I'm working for an airline, or let me take an example of, say, McDonald's. McDonald's, all of you all are aware. Now, if I have to hire a chef for McDonald's, I will look at whether he has cooking experience, whether he has experience in the the menu or the dishes which are made by McDonald's? Does he have prior experience? Is he or she a fresher? Does he have the qualifications of a chef? Okay, as in, has he studied that? So these are the various parameters basis which we hire our employees. Now, I just want to clarify here that we are not functional experts, right? So if I have to hire a chef, I would know what are the basic things needed for him or her to be successful in his job. But if you tell me to test or check it out, I may not be able to do that. So what HR does is there are certain tests which are there within the organizations. These could be aptitude tests, these could be personality tests, okay? And there could be some on-the-job tests which are given to the candidate when they come for the interview. And then the manager who's there, to whom this person will report to, does the selection part. So HR typically sources the talent from the industry, and there are various methods by which they source. They have a list of checklists. They have a checklist by which they have to go by, and basis that the interview and the tests, etc., happen. Okay. Any questions here? Am I audible?
No.
Did you all lose me?
No, we can hear you, Geeta.
We can, yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
can hear.
thank you. Yeah. So once they hire the employee, what they do is then the employee joins the company, right? On the date they are supposed to join. Just like you have a date when the school starts. When you change from one school to another, you had a date when you had to go to that particular school, right? Similarly, employee will have a date when he or she is supposed to join the new company. And on the first day, were you all guided by your teachers on what to expect? What are the guidelines, rules? Yes?
They give you a tour.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, Tamara, you were saying something?
I said that when they, so you mean that they give you the guidelines and give you a tour around the office?
Yes, that is also there. There's a lot of echo happening.
In my school also there's a tour. When I was not in this school, some other.
Oh, yes. So HR does that. There is a tour of the office. Okay. They know this is a new place, right? So even if I'm an adult, I need some guidance. Guidance always helps, right? So I have a tour of the new premises, what to expect, where, if I need water, where do I go to, where are the washrooms, when, what is accessible, okay, the general rules, regulations of the company, where is the cafeteria, what are the timings for food, okay. If we need to help ourselves with food, where can I get that? So there is a nice office tour which is organized. There's something called as an induction, where an employee walks through the rules and regulations. Different departments will give the orientation, okay. So all the departments in the company, they come together for this particular induction, and they let the new joinee know, okay, this is the role which I play, this is the role which I play, this is what I do. So if you need any help relating to maybe computers, you get in touch with me. If you have any problem with relating to your work, you get in touch with your manager. If you have any problem pertaining to your salary or to money matters, you get in touch with accounts. So that's what happens on the first day of the employee joining. And this is taken care, organized by the HR.
Oh,
Yes. They'll tell you, okay, is it okay to wear a t-shirt without a collar? Is it an informal setting? Is it a formal setting? Am I supposed to wear a tie? Am I can I wear a particular kind of attire? What are the timings of the office? Do we work Monday to Friday? So on. So all these guidelines are given by the HR to the new joiner.
Geeta, 1 second. Huh?
Yes.
Stita, I think you wanted to say something. Go ahead.
No,
Stita?
I mistakenly raised my hand.
Oh, okay.
So far, I'm learning a lot about what to do in an office.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. So once the employee settles in the company, starts working, okay, obviously there's a roadmap, right? And they may need help as they go along the way. They may need help with their work, their performance. As I told you, they may have some challenges with people around them. They could have, or they may not have. So some employees are, easy to work with. Some may not be so easy to work with. So that creates friction in the company also. In school also it happens, or it doesn't. Do you at times get irritated with somebody?
I get irritated when I'm bored, but not with somebody.
Okay.
I get irritated with I get irritated when people disagree with me.
Oh.
I also get irritated when people fight.
I
Okay.
get irritated
Or
when
someone
people
does
are bad.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the last one.
I said that I get irritated when people are bad to me.
Okay.
I also get irritated when people do something wrong to me and get away with it.
Okay. Yes, so this is the real world, right? And in this world, even in the office, this happens. You're working with different people of different mindsets. So there could be frictions, and that could lead to performance problems. That is when the HR steps in and counsels all the concerned people so that they work in a amicable way, which is good for everybody. Okay.
I also get irritated when people ignore me.
That's like the basicest thing. When someone ignores you, you'll basically get irritated.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe this doesn't happen in office.
Yeah. Why would they ignore you? Maybe at lunchtime in school that happens.
Yes, when nobody talks with when you want to talk with people and they don't talk with you, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
So who wants to be in HR, and what do you think will make you a good HR?
I don't want to be an HR. I do not know what dream to even follow.
Okay, what do you think you need to be like if you want to be a good HR?
Don't know.
Any guesses?
I'm a caring person for the employees who actually care for the employee.
Wonderful.
It is a little bit like leadership.
Yes.
They help the employees fit in.
Anyone else?
I don't know what to say.
They help you to grow the company, like keep on the company.
Oh, I know it. Wait. Like you should know what to do basically in the company. Like means how much experience you've got as being an HR.
Me? You're asking me?
No, I'm just telling how much
Okay.
experience you have.
Yes.
You should tell that to be a good worker.
Yes. So I'll just run through quickly some of the if you have these characteristics in you, if you enjoy being such a person, then you will be a good HR, a successful HR. One, of course, you must enjoy talking with people. Okay, so people can't be a nuisance for you. So if you love talking with people, you can't have a frowning face. You need to be at ease with yourself. Okay.
What is frowning?
Frowning is somebody who doesn't smile at all, thinks that people are irritant. Okay. And oh my god, I don't want to talk to this person, I don't like this one, I don't like that one. So if you do not display any of these qualities, you love talking with people and people give you a lot of energy, then maybe yes, you will be a good HR. You're curious to know that, okay, what makes one person feel chirpy and the other quiet. You want to understand people better. Okay. You have good communication skills, not just oral communication skills, but your written communication skills. You confident. You enjoy problem solving, because when it comes to people, there is one multiple manuals are not enough, right? You will keep having newer problems, newer kind of people, and newer kind of situations which they are battling with. So you need to enjoy problem solving. You can't be somebody, oh, I get bored solving people's problems. That can't be the case. Your logical, analytical skills are good. If you enjoy doing all of this, then you could be a good HR. Okay?
Okay.
Seems like a career option for any of you?
Nah.
Okay.
I decided to be a pet doctor, so
Oh,
like a
lovely.
vet.
Like a vet, it's called a vet.
Okay.
HR is a good option, but just I don't want to be.
Yeah, fine.
Neither me.
Okay. So I'll just tell you, if you want to be an HR, or if any of your friends want to be an HR, what do they need to study? They can be a graduate in any discipline, preferably psychology, because psychology has everything to do with people, understanding how the mind, the body works. Okay. So you will be successful in your career. Just a graduation is not enough. So you need to do your master's, either in industrial psychology or an MBA in HR. Okay, so this is the basic qualification which is required for you to be working as an HR in any organization. Any questions?
No.
Okay.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask.
Yes.
It's just a simple question. When did you be a HR?
When?
Did you
It means
be a
when did
HR?
you become a HR?
Okay. When I became an HR. Soon after I did my post-graduation in industrial psychology, that's when I joined as an HR in my first company, which was an engineering company. And that was 30 years ago.
Also, now do you work for children?
Do I work with? Could you repeat your question?
Do I work with Cilre? Do you work with Cilre?
No, I don't work with Cilre.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I just felt that I needed to share with this particular message with all of you because as children, you teach us a lot, you inspire us a lot. And though we are adults, somewhere, we lose these 5 powers which you as children have. You know what 5 superpowers you have? Yes, all of you.
No, I don't know.
Make a guess.
You always be present.
Sorry.
You always be present.
Okay. Any other?
Being original, being real.
I just copied one page.
Me too.
Okay. Let me reveal it. So, as adults, most of the time we struggle being in the present. Okay. Which means that you children, when you all are doing something, you are completely involved in that, right? You don't think about a yesterday or a tomorrow or what is going to happen in the next 1 hour. This is a problem we adults have. So as you grow old, ensure that you stay in the present. It's a magical power that you have. Okay? Then you all are original, creative. You all are really not bothered about
What's original?
Yes, somebody was saying something.
What is being original?
Yeah, you're original, creative.
Oh,
Being real, maybe.
Yeah, it's a power which you have.
I'm not a risk taker.
Okay.
I am neither a risk taker.
Okay. Maybe you were some years back. And if you're not, it's okay.
Like
I did 4.
I wouldn't be a risk taker, but when it's a very
risk.
and everyone wants me to do it, I can maybe do it.
Okay.
Well, if it is your family, then you should do it. Otherwise, if it's your friends, why should you do it? You cannot trust your friends that what they're saying is right. You'll have to think about it.
I'm saying
Yeah, when I say this, I don't any kind of risk. You will obviously think about it. But yes, you guys don't think too much, which is what we adults get lost into. So I just wanted to leave this beautiful message with all of you that you all have these 5 superpowers and keep nurturing it, keep growing it so that when you become adults and you have a better contribution to make to this world. And of course, you will be chirpy, happy individuals.
Chirpy. What is chirpy? I'm chirping like a bird.
Chirpy. Chirpy means happy.
Well, birds are chirpy. Because
Okay.
they chirp all the time. So they're chirpy.
Yes, so I'm
ready to fill this coffee kitten.
No, not yet. Not yet. Wait. Parth wants to say something. Hold on, guys. Parth wants to say something.
Bye. I won't leave.
I would like to say something that you said that sometimes we need to be in the present. That is true halfway, because I think most of us also need to think about the future also. Otherwise, we'll go in no direction.
The report one I'll fill after the class.
That's correct,
Yes.
Prahan. Not yet. That's later.
Yes. So yes, you have to think about your future. But when when I say you all have the amazing quality to be present, I mean that when you all are doing something, maybe playing or painting or studying, you all are there. In that particular moment, you all are completely present. And that's a quality which you all must keep nurturing.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, it doesn't mean that you stop thinking about the future. When you have to think about the future, you sit and think about the future. But when you're doing something else, like when you're eating, you only sit and eat. You enjoy your food. When you're playing with your friends, you enjoy playing with your friends. That's the amazing ability of being in the present.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what I tried my best to explain to you all about what an HR does. And if any of your friends seem like interested, or you all can, actually see if somebody amongst you all or amongst your friends could be a potentially good HR, you all could try this game. Okay. Any questions for me? I can take them.
No, I'm just opening the tab of the report form.
Okay.
And I'm not filling it.
Yeah,
Okay.
HR also organizes a lot of fun-filled activities in every company, every organization. A lot of fun-filled activities.
I'm filling in the feedback form.
Okay.
Is that it? Anyone, Safa, any questions? Anything interesting you would like to say about today's talk?
No.
Anybody? No?
Not me.
Asha, Prahan doesn't want to say anything. What about anyone else? Anybody like to share their thoughts?
Well, not me, but
Geeta?
I thought
Safa, like to share something?
I would like to share something.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes.
I thought that I knew like almost everything about HR, but there are a lot of things I didn't know.
Okay. I try to keep it as simple as possible. There are a lot more things which an HR does, but yes, from your perspective, share a few examples.
Yes, Geeta, you want to say something?
Submitted the report form.
That's okay, da. That you can do even later. Do you want to? I thought you'd like to say something.
that's confusing.
No, nothing.
Nothing is confusing.
I will think about it, but now nothing.
Acha, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so then let's first of all thank Geeta for joining us today, being very patient and in a very steady and uncomplicated manner, describing what she does. And you guys, thank you, all of you, for interacting and asking your interesting questions and sharing your interesting perspectives. Now, before we go, I'll throw the floor open to all the rest of the adults here. Anybody would like to say say something? Any of the adults around here would like to share?
Yeah, I love the way Geeta took this.
Ma'am, can anybody send me the
Can you hear me?
feedback link again? I left by mistake.
Shabnam, take care of it. Gauri, please go ahead, and then
Yes,
Shobha
ma'am.
can continue. Yes.
And the very special, it's like guest talk series feedback form. Somebody that one first.
Yes, Gauri,
Can you
please
guys
carry on,
hear
and then
me?
Shobha can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we
Can
can.
you hear me?
Yes, we can, Gauri.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Geeta,
Ta-da!
yeah, this was an amazing talk. You started with a simple example of school and the HR activities. You took them through simple examples, made it so interactive, and the kids were amazing, felt so comfortable sharing their thoughts. And you ended with the 5 superpowers. Like, it was just amazing in simple terms. so many insights. I'm sure they will be inspired to, become an HR person. Thanks a lot for this.
Thank you, Gauri. Thank you. I have enjoyed
Amazing.
talking to this lovely bunch of kids. I think I take back a lot from all of you. You had such amazing
Yeah,
questions.
guys, you were so comfortable.
Yes. I learned a lot from each of you, and
Yeah.
I enjoyed every moment of being here.
Thank you.
And I think the person, if somebody, I think Tamara was the most vocal with many questions, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I think what I liked is it was again what Gauri ma'am said, the simplified manner in which you explain things. I could visualize it so easily that okay, it's a school, so a principal is equivalent to a CEO, and then a manager is equivalent to a teacher. So I think, or an employee. So all of it, it was very simplified, and that's what I really appreciate. And I was just thinking, if we didn't have all this in school, and I didn't know all up till class 10th or 11th, 12th, that what HR means. So I think. That's one. And second, also, I loved, I'm pretty amazed with the knowledge that the children had also about it.
Yes.
They knew, they had like such appropriate questions and apt questions to ask, which means they had some knowledge about HR, which I think is also really amazing.
Yes. Well said.
A school is a office because only names are different.
Should we all thank Geeta ma'am together?
Thank you, Geeta ma'am.
School equals to an office.
Thank you, darling. My pleasure.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Geeta, hang on for a minute.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, everyone, and see you all tomorrow with another guest talk, another interesting